on this one. Where do you stand on line 5 in the tunnel?
So I am totally in favor of the tunnel. We need to have that energy. You're seeing that at the pump today. We have oil and propane and natural gases going through those that feeds our UP residents. And just cutting that off makes absolutely no sense in this time. I think the tunnel has proven its validity in keeping the straits safe. It just cannot be argued that it would be unsafe. I would like to take it a step farther though. I believe there's well over another 100 crossings that need to be reviewed. Bridge has not been always forthcoming in its honesty to the public. And I believe we have to do inspections and make sure that the entire line 5 is safe, not just under the streets.
Thank you. Mr. Lothbaum.
Yes, I'm in favor of leaving line 5 for 2 reasons. Number one, we have an agreement with Canada, and I'm not about breaking international commitments. I know they say, well, that came to an end because they didn't take care of line 5, but I don't think the evidence would show that. The second thing is I'm very pro-business. My business is making energy, that is, taking the sun, which I think is one of the biggest green machines that we have is agriculture. But I have to have energy to get the process started. And that's diesel fuel and that's gas. And so as the price of that goes up, the price of food goes up. So if you want to starve, just close all of the avenues to get oil and gas, and you'll see, you'll be like Texas. You will be freezing in the winter and you'll be going without food, or food so expensive you can't afford it.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Fairbairn.
Well, line 5 is so neat. I met with Enbridge over a month ago and I got the whole rundown. They have a little information center in St. Ignace and I recommend everybody go there. They show you what the tunnel will look like when it's completed. It's pretty neat. And I got talking with her and I'm like, how deep is this tunnel gonna be? She says 500 feet. And I did some math and the bottom of the seabed is 400 feet, so it's gonna be another 100 feet below the seabed is. So there's no way that we're gonna get a spill that leaks into the water. I think that's pretty important to note because the less barrage on our water is gonna get contaminated, it's just not possible. Anchors can't hit it, and Enbridge does all sorts of great stuff to ensure that anchors don't hit it, like hailing every vessel that goes under the bridge. It's pretty neat. I think another thing to note is Enbridge is completely private funded and they don't rely on the government for any sort of subsidies. That's pretty cool. I'm all for private industry and Enbridge is one of those. So I'm gonna be a staunch defender of line 5 and the tunnel project. And when that tunnel project goes, I'm gonna be all on board.
Thank you. Mr. Carr.
Let's do it this way. Practicality, reality. I've been flying airplanes since I was a freshman in college. And then I got in the railroad business, thanks to Emmett County, when the discussion was to get rid of the railroad track from Mansalona on up. And we were able to keep part of it and actually had a train operating here. And Jerry, our chair, worked on it. Unfortunately, the rich people decided to sell the right of way, and that was unfortunate. But I'm in the railroad business. And I also have a stretch lowboy trailer. My trailer, when it opens up, it's 75 foot long, just the trailer itself. So I'm in the trucking business. Well, the railroad has been severed, so you're not gonna come across with rail cars on a boat. Trucking, I have a funny story about coming across the bridge with a railroad car and that sticker went as it went through the building and they thought we were knocking it down. It's all about people. If we want people to have the heat they've been getting from propane, we have to do something. Trucking's not going to do it. I'm in the trucking business. I can tell you I don't want trucking. So it leaves the town. It's called reality politics, basically. And so my theory is, we care about the people in the UP and below the bridge and how they stay warm, then we're gonna do something. It seems to me to be the tone.
Mr. Christie.
Yeah, so, line 5 in the tunnel, I think we obviously probably all agree on that completely. Extremely important. As Parker mentioned, the construction process of that is a proven theory. It's a common sense solution. The tunnel would be, it offers a lot of other opportunities, not just to get our gas and propane through there, but, for putting, fiber, internet, and other, utilities in there. So I would be a strong supporter of the tunnel, absolutely, and, would advocate, to make sure that that project gets moved ahead as